Sometimes the things we can't change end up changing us instead. Rightly said. Sometimes, when the ball is not in our court, all we can do is accept it with our open hearts. I have come across many quotes of Down syndrome children, and so on. One among them being, "It's not my extra chromosome that makes me happy. It's because I'm loved." All hearts to all the quotes. But here we are, highlighting and portraying the challenges faced not only by a parent or parents, but also by a sibling or siblings in taking care of a special child. Over the years, we have observed that a child with a disability is either looked down by the society or been shown sympathy. But things are slowly changing, and our kids are shining with their beauty, uniqueness, and talent. Hi, my name is Tarunish, welcoming you all to our very first episode of Downtown Live 2.0. Downtown Live was our very first event as an NGO. It was after the declaration of a pandemic that Downtown Live was introduced on our social media handles. We invited and interviewed parents of 6 individuals with Down syndrome who openly shared their struggles and hopes of living a life with a specially abled child. But what's 2.0 without a twist? So here we are with our very special siblings on board for this season. After all, behind every successful, specially abled individual is a sibling who has their back. That brings us to our guests for today. Aman Verma, brother of Aditi Verma. Sharayu Mirji, sister of Chinmay Mirji. Vishruti and Vishrita Kadam, sisters of Parth Kadam. Finally, we have Drishti Chadda, our host for the very first episode of Downtown Live 2.0. Hi all.
Hi.
So that's our guest for today. That's Vishruta.
Hi.
That's Vishruti, Sharayu, and Aman. These are all our guests for today for Downtown Live 2.0 with our Saarthis. So, okay, I don't have to say much about Downtown Live since Tarunish has already given us such a brilliant introduction for it. We'll start with our questions. If you all feel like you don't want to share anything, or if you feel like you want to share anything, you all can stop me at that moment and start. Okay, guys, let's start? Yeah. Okay, so let's start with each of you describing your relation with your sibling. Anyone?
So we were in 7th standard when Parth was born, and we did not actually, we were like कि हाँ मतलब एक sweet भाई मिल रहा है अभी. We were very happy. We did not know what is Down syndrome, what is what. But I don't know, it just came on to us like we are his second, third mothers. We have to take care of him always. So yeah, so it has been like that. So we are like that. We are like not like only brother and sisters. We are like mother. I feel like I'm his mother because I'm responsible for him in many things. She also feels the same because we have a small brother. I think
you're going to start crying. Yeah, she does that quite a lot.
no, I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, it is like that to me at least.
Yeah, same with me.
Maybe because you said that because she's married now.
No, in general, like the moment we start talking about Parth, she gets that way.
I know he's such a sweet boy. That's why.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me also, it's exactly the same like she explained. Like we did not know what is Down syndrome. We just knew that every time we used to step out of the house to go to school or to classes or whatever, it was always about coming back to him. It was like all the time. Like I still remember we used to come back home, and the first thing that we used to do is go to him and just snuggle with him, smell like that peculiar smell that you have, so yeah, it's always been like that. And so she lives closer to Parth now than I do. So at times it's like the more you spend time with them, the more that attachment grows. So sometimes I feel that way, but it's just like, one Didi or one hi Dee, and it all comes back.
Yeah, so I think we all share very common experiences. So I was in 4th standard when my brother was born. So I was also quite old enough to understand everything, and I was super happy that I got a brother. Yeah, of course, I got to know about his special condition very gradually, I guess. As he started growing, I realized then that, something is this. But yeah, as both of them said, that I think that maternal instinct just kicks in somehow, we don't even realize it. Yeah, it's the same with me. But I think as he grew up, so he's 9 years younger to me. Nowadays, I have started realizing that he needs his independence also. Earlier, I used to like smother him with, but now I feel like he feels like now he's also grown up. Yeah. Yeah, but it is a very special.
How old is he?
He is now 27.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think all of us have like a bond with siblings that we want them 24 hours into service there. So now later we got to know that they also need space.
Exactly. He still feels like a baby.
Baby, yeah.
I think because we're still there, in our earlier times when they were younger.
Somehow they don't even look older, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. Aman, from you.
For me, though, I'm younger to my sister, so like I'm 3.5 years younger to her. So initially I was not knowing anything about, and we didn't had like something like normal parents or that she is special or not. We just enjoyed like normal siblings used to do. We used to play. Yeah, there was a time when I and we both used to go down to in like parks and all. Like my friends were like, she was not friendly, or people were not friendly with her. No, she was friendly, but people were not friendly with her. So my friends used to like avoid us and all. So but we used to ignore. We used to play with each other, and that was like but we would share a same bond, I think, which normal siblings used to do. Yeah, so coming to that point, which we all know that we are like I want her 24 hours into 7. So and now like you are like a mother to your siblings, but she is a mother for me. So yeah, she is a mother for me. Like if I go out, like today also, if I was going, I was wearing a T-shirt. She came to, yeah, you are going for an interview. Wear some good T-shirt. Do this.
I've never experienced that. But yeah, that's so sweet. She's also caring on the other hand. Okay, so since we're all, there are elder, 2 of us are younger to our siblings and 3 of you all are elder. How did your parents, or how were you introduced to the term Down syndrome, or how did you get accustomed to it? Or did you take it as a special condition, or did you see them in a very I think that comes out very naturally.
So when my mother told us, we were in school, so I did not know so much, but I used to Google everything on internet. I used to see what is it exactly. तभी internet explorer तो था. So I used to like try to, I searched a lot about it. I tried to educate myself. We both did together. And when my mother told me he is going to be like a normal person, but he will have some special needs. It's not gonna be a very major thing कि नहीं यही करना है वो ही करना है. It's gonna be a normal brother and sister thing, and he's gonna be a normal child. For me, it was not a big deal because I don't know. I just still today also I don't feel it's a different thing. He is just a normal person.
Yeah, I think that's a sibling instinct. Yeah. But how did your parents put it? As you're mentioning that they didn't had to specially make you sit down and.
Not like that. So I was the person who used to ask many questions because I knew that मेरे दूसरे friends के भी भाई है छोटे कि so in 8 months they started walking and all that. So
when he started dealing his milestones, that is when she started asking
questions.
So our parents did not just, when they came across the diagnosis, they did not immediately sat us down and said that, your brother is Down syndromic and this and that. It was gradually when when we started asking, particularly she started asking questions, that is when we realized that okay, his milestones are not, they are getting delayed. And
So casually she used
yeah.
to tell us that his
It's gonna happen
growth
like
is gonna be
that.
little delayed.
But was the diagnosis done when at his birth or a little later?
A little late, not at the birth.
Not at the birth, but after some time the
Like
doctor.
a few days, a few days
later.
a few days after delivery. Yeah.
So,
So
ma'am,
they came to know like quite, early, as opposed to a lot of the other people at that time.
I think because the availability of facilities available were a little,
And awareness.
yes, yes.
That time.
And awareness.
And awareness. Right.
absolutely. How was it for you?
So there's one particular, one memory that is etched in my mind. I think it was the time when
One can just keep tissues ready.
and we can edit it out, right?
It's absolutely fine. Even they'll know the love we have for our siblings.
It's a shared
it's all-
emotion.
So take your time.
I think you can take it.
It's fine. Okay, Aman, I think.
Like since I'm younger, so I don't remember or don't like my parents coming and telling me that your sister is a Down syndrome. Like it just went with the flow. Yes, at times there were times when my friends or my classmates used to come, or at times our neighbors used to come that what happened, what's your problem. That time I was clueless. It was just like, okay, I don't know, but it's just normal for me. It was normal for me. I think for my parents also it was normal. And like the initial steps you told, walking and all that, I didn't see. So that is that is not in my memory, I think. But yeah, coming after like when I got senses, like coming when third, fourth classes, that time we used to get senses. That then we used to go to school. Then there's one question: how many members are there, or are you a single child? So that time when you said like I have an elder sister, the first question is which class or which college or what. So that time it was like she used to get that easy task, yes, because that time you used to tell special. So first initially it was what is special school. The point that awareness was not there, that you, and that time I never did Google that what is Down syndrome, what is, so I never did. And at times my seniors were there, I think in 12th or 11th science biology book they had something about Down syndrome. So I'm not sure about that, but my seniors used to come and tell me that yes, so they used to come and tell me that ऐसा ऐसा होता है. I'm like, I don't care. And I don't care, let's go with the flow. So that was a time. But yeah, as if I don't remember that my parents coming and telling me that she is a Down, and I didn't feel the need also. Like
Yeah, I think for younger ones, especially we don't need that because we've grown up, like we were born after them, so we've seen them as they are, like.
I think the initial steps like walking, as you told me.
Yeah, we miss out on that. Yeah.
I'm happy, like I don't missed anything.
Right.
But that's what. Thanks.
Yes.
So what I was telling is, so when we were in the hospital when he was just born, obviously the doctors must have, I was 9. So I remember this one particular incident wherein the doctor was speaking to my dad and he said there's something wrong with the baby. So I had heard that, and I think it's a child's mind, I don't know, but I think I just blocked it out. I didn't really think about it, but I knew that, something is going on, But and then as she said, the milestones were all delayed and I realized it gradually. I also don't remember my parents sitting me down and explaining what it is to me, but I think I understood, that.
Even my masis and people around particularly my masis, they used to kind of used to tell us that this is going to happen, it's going to be normal for him. Like it was not Down syndrome. Like for example, like if you try to make somebody understand something, even a child, but like supposedly normal children may understand, So like if you try to explain to them, or let's say suppose catching a ball, motor skill. Cognitive or motor skills, so that is going to be needed for him. So they used to tell us that way, like it's going to happen, like this is normal for him, you have to be patient with him. So that way.
Got you there. My next question just popped up in my mind. So since we're talking about this, do you think it is necessary for any parent with a sibling with two children, one being specially able, is it necessary, or according to you, is it necessary for that parent to sit down the other child and make them understand, whether younger or elder? Because I particularly, listening to you all, I feel that it is a need. It should be done this way, because that is how the kids will understand. Like you said, that your masis sat you down or whatever they told you, they cautioned you that this will happen, so you're prepared for it. I think that is. What do you all think?
Yeah, so they did not make us sit and talk about it. But eventually, with time, with
Through
things,
actions.
through actions, they just made us aware कि this is normal. ऐसा होता है, it's normal. And all this made us aware. So अगर कोई दूसरा हमको पूछ रहा है, not from our family, from outside, we could tell them कि yeah, he is normal, this is normal, and we are okay with it. तो आपको क्या problem है? I'm okay with it.
In general, it's a collective awareness also
Yeah.
when you have a conversation. Like not just from to us, but from
It passes on. Yeah. So I think that is necessary. Somewhere
I felt that the way they told us, we could understand it, and if someone else is asking us what's wrong with your brother, we could give that answer.
that there's nothing
There's
wrong.
nothing wrong with my brother.
The biggest question is how to tell others. The biggest question, or the toughness we find is how to tell. If awareness goes, so people all will, I think, will get to know what is this.
And I think in those times when our siblings were there, people were not aware. Nowadays, it's a little better probably.
if bachpan se I shouldn't, I don't know if I mention this or not on screen, my mother will kill me. But the term that they use for explaining or making any layman understand that she's a special child, special nahi bol sakte, it's always mand buddhi. Whenever they've used that word, it hurts. And it's just like, ye kyun bol rahe ho aap? It's just, it doesn't make sense. Absolutely, she's a normal being, yaar. I mean, it's just that कि कहीं पे to fit them in use करना पड़ता है कि हाँ इसको छोड़ो मत. It was, I'm not saying that, I'm clearly saying it was not my parents' fault. It is that lack of awareness in the society that made them react in such a way or behave in such a way. But I think somewhere or the other a change needs to be made, and I think we being hot-blooded in the family, we can do that somewhere. Because किसी को जवाब देने पे we are the first ones. Siblings can never take it further. So I was just saying, let's just come to that question. Whenever you heard any negative comment from any outsider or somebody from within the family, how is it that you've reacted as siblings, younger or elder?
In my family, they all were very aware and they all were very happy with him. So in family, there was no question like touch wood. I have to make them aware कि no, he is normal. They all loved him so from day one so much that कोई दूसरा भी बोले ना तो वो खुद भी जवाब देते थे कि क्या है, मतलब आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है.
We've been incredibly fortunate in this department, whether it is our friends or family, extended family, like her in-laws, my in-laws, anybody.
Very accepting. My brother calls my mother-in-law I, which he calls my mother I. So and my father-in-law he calls Baba. So it's like my family is his family.
So we have been incredibly fortunate in that department. I know it's not true for many people, but we have been, like, the amount of love Parth has received, it's also because he keeps on giving it to everybody. But yeah, the amount of acceptance and like they hype him up, which is not something you see everywhere, even in like normal kids and everything. But yeah, we've been incredibly fortunate in that
friends
department.
also. My friends used to come to my house not to play with me, but my brother. They were very, like, they used to call him like he's just like rubber, so cute, so healthy, so chubby and all that. So they were very, like, I don't know if they knew that he's Down syndrome or whatever, but they didn't see him otherwise, like he's not normal.
That's the best. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
In other people.
So we were fortunate with such friends.
You were going to share this incident.
So we were in Mathiran and we were just buying shoes and all that. And my brother, I had my brother with me. So this guy who was selling the shoes said कि नहीं आपको नहीं दूंगा मैं shoes, आपका भाई नहीं ये कौन किसको लेके आए मेरे दुकान पे. And my mother was standing beside me. I'm like, how can you even say to any living being, not even human, living being, you being a human shouldn't say that to other human. And then I felt that I feel sorry for him that he doesn't understand this. It's not my fault or my mother's fault or anyone's fault. He should be the one who feels something about himself, because वो खुद aware नहीं है यार. आपको नहीं समझ रहा है, वो आपकी गलती है ना, हमारी गलती नहीं है ये. So I felt very bad that day, and I just told him कि आपके shoes अपने पास ही रखो, नहीं चाहिए, कभी नहीं चाहिए, ऐसी दुकान से नहीं चाहिए. Even garden and all were like, जहाँ पे भी मैं जाती थी, so I used to go to a lot of places with mother and like Parth and mom, because she was very busy with her. I was a commerce student, so I was like, हाँ chill ही करना है life में. And she was a science student, so she always had something. So garden में वगैरह भी रहता था, तो मेरा ऐसे था कि I used to ignore, कि मुझे आंसर ही नहीं देना है यार, आप बात करते रहो.
Siblings have mastered in ignorance.
Yeah.
Because नहीं तो हम हर दूसरे बंदे को बोलते रहेंगे.
Because I used to get so angry at people, so my mother told me once that we cannot make everyone understand this. We can just ignore the bad vibes and we can be happy with ourselves, and that's what we have been doing.
External people which we don't have connection.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, who not important for us.
Yeah.
Once we are
But I think that works only unless they're coming and reacting in a getting to another level. Till they're maintaining the boundaries, it's fine. But till they step, yeah.
then they will.
After I got so irritated with the statement कि ये किसको लेके आए हमारे दुकान पे, I'm like कि कभी नहीं आना तेरे पास. And I feel sorry for you that you don't understand this.
Exactly.
I think it's the other way around. I don't feel sorry for my sibling. I feel sorry for you because you are not up to that level of understanding. Right.
So I think I have also had such incidences. I remember once when I was a kid, somebody had asked me, has he become normal now? Something like that. And but the thing is, yeah, and the thing is, I think it's a little, I found it difficult to fight back, I used to probably just get upset and, come back and cry it out. That used to happen. But yeah, where there's just a simple sentence that somebody says, but it really hurts you.
The words that
Yeah.
bring out now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like similar, not similar incident, but I think I was like 5 or 6 years old. So my mom, I don't remember, my mom used to tell that maids, like in a colony, maids used to discuss that where you are working. So one of the maids said that जिनके पागल लड़कियां मैं उनके यहाँ काम कर रही हूँ. Luckily, I was too small that time that I was not knowing, I don't.
But it still hurts,
Yeah. Luckily, I don't know, Didi heard or not, I'm not sure, because she was also like 7, 8, 9 years old. But these pagal, mentally ill, and I never understood what the sense of pagal means. Because if I or like, leave about special kids, if you compare two normal kids also, both brain will be different.
Exactly.
I don't understand that, comparison with any other human being, because they're all different. We ourselves are so different. How can we compare us with them?
Coming to like what we think that if we are like we are doing 11, 12, then college, okay, they are doing something different. So that's the thing which we are like everyone should do same thing. That is making this.
And I think one more thing that used to really probably stress me out was everybody around you keeps thinking about the future. So, I'm so worried about you, what will happen, and nobody says this openly, but I don't know, I used to feel it probably.
Yeah, I get the question that what will your sister do after your marriage? Yeah. Will you get a girl or these things? Why? Who are you to care?
You will, and it's beautiful even after marriage. Like we are the living example. Yeah. It's just one more family that your sibling gets who are pampering her or him. That's it.
And I face this a lot, people just coming and, because I think siblings are an easy target,
Especially siblings who are between, I think, 8 years to 6, 7
I think at the teenage time. So I think I also face this a lot कि नहीं अभी तो उसका तो कुछ future नहीं है, तेरे को ही सब संभालना है, आगे तेरे को ही कमाना है. I am just Cute, why?
It's all on you now.
It is, I think, part of.
And I say that to a kid.
I think we're all just going to laugh out the entire session because we're dealing with such idiotic mentality.
But it's like it's kind of sad that all of us have experienced this. Like not a single exception.
I think that is very. I can't even say rare.
That's exactly what connected
The entire community. I think let's just come to that. I used to feel like I'm so alone.
Yeah.
And then when you just connect, no, because we know nobody will understand, right?
Question was whom to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Because our parents will think of something that they will think that I am serious.
on themselves.
Yeah, and you feel like you're stressing them out for
And friends will not really understand.
Either friends will give you sympathy, that or,
That also depends on the friends.
yeah. But like sympathy is also I don't accept. You keep your sympathy.
What we needed is a friend, somebody to hear us out. The question was, I think I felt a lot alone. I'm assuming everybody from here would have felt the same. So what was it? Of course, I can't say if you all had anyone, then please share. But if not, then how did you deal with it?
Mostly we had each other.
So actually we had each other, so we used to discuss. I used to get angry. I used to tell her कि ऐसे ऐसे हुआ. She used to be like, हाँ छोड़ देंगे, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कौन क्या बोल रहा है. We know what we are doing. We know how he is, what he is, and what we are. So कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
That's such a wise answer. No?
Yeah.
So we had each other and we had our parents. Even though you can't talk everything with them, but then we had our respective partners who
Later
touch
on in
wood,
time.
Later on in time, but growing up we had each other. Like,
And I used to tell mom that I got angry on this thing. I really don't appreciate. So we have been very close and upfront with our open with our like my mother and father. So we used to tell everything or anything that bothers us. So we used to tell this, but my mom's answer was, we can just ignore them. We can't deal with every person.
but mostly for us it was each other.
Yeah.
The things that we couldn't talk to our parents or anybody else, it was us. Because like obviously who would understand it better than the one who is experiencing it, and we had one person in our home. So
I think that's a sign to all the parents. We'll just cut that out. Anyway, let's go to you.
I don't think I ever talked about any of this. Yeah, not really.
From what I remember, I was just alone. I used to sit alone in a room and talk to myself. I think that was the best.
The same thing, and when I was younger teen, so I used to in night I used to like एक बार बड़े होने दो, I will go and kick them or I will beat them. But my mom used to say that leave about external people. Luckily, I was also very lucky that no one in my relative, external family, they are so supportive, they are helpful. And coming to external people, mom used to say, यार एक बार आए and ignore them. They don't, they won't come and leave them.
They
but
don't
was
matter.
it particularly difficult for you as a guy to share feelings?
Yeah, initially like in my school times, I don't used to share these things. At times like Didi used to come to my school for PTM or some activities, family activities in my school. One of few friends used to come, अरे यार तेरे साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ है ये. मैंने कहा I don't care. I don't need you. Then the seniors used to give me speeches. यार ऐसा you will have to do this. मैंने कहा okay, you know business, I will do my business. Then later in my college time, I got friends. They used to and luckily, not luckily, but yeah, her efforts, like now she has grown such a good cafe and all. Now people used to ping me that, yeah, I seen your sister's video, then she's doing so much. It's awesome. Yeah, I was in my college, we were in a class, so I think some lecture was going. I was sitting on my first or second class. From the last seat, my friend was coming. Come back. I what happened? I went back. He was showing me, "Arey, it's your sister. It's your face on this some Times or some. I don't remember the article." I said, "Yeah." So during my hostel time, I used to take cakes which she used to bake, cupcakes which Didi used to bake. So hostel, yeah, when I was in my college time. So my friends, like first time I've tried, I showed them, they ate it, loved it. Next time whenever I go to home, I get a call, bhai aa raha hai na, at least get 150 cakes. I like, I will. So now they used to call me that, yaar, we are coming to Bombay and just tell your sister prepare these cakes, we are coming. So that is the,
That's how it changed.
yeah, that. So now people used to look to her that, so that's what, like, okay, Didi came so much, everyone will come, and that which you said, and that she's mentally ill. I used to, like, still some people say that still she has a mental way. I used to challenge them, like, you bake a cake as good as her. I will, if you can't, then you are also mentally ill.